Okay, everybody, this is Peter Pardini. He's back in the studio. This is for 5 questions with Peter Pardini. Now, Peter, do some promotion first. What's that sitting in front of you?
Now More Than Ever, The History of Chicago, now available on DVD and Blu-ray on Amazon.com. Currently sits number 1 on the charts.
No. He's got this down. That's good promotion.
Trust me, I've thought about it.
What, you told me that there's some extra stuff on this, but it's not listed on the back of the DVD cover. What can we find on this DVD?
There are 2 hours of special features on the Blu-ray and about 90 minutes on the DVD. And it's basically just extra stories that didn't fit into the original feature, including 2 new documentaries. There's a 40-minute documentary chronicling 1967 to 78. And then there's also a separate documentary about the newer members of the band that just, like I said, it could have been a 4-hour movie if we had kept going. And
you find, that's not good. I leave this in though. This is how it is. You signed 5 copies for the listeners. When you were on the show last year, I promised that I would get them, and I got them, and you signed them, and then you brought one for me, which I appreciate.
There it is, yeah.
I'm going to watch that tonight. I enjoyed it the first time I saw it.
Well, thank you very much.
I enjoyed it on my little Vimeo link with a time code
That's right.
going, so it'll be nice to see it in this pristine condition. Okay, none of those questions were part of the 5, so here's the first one I'm going to ask you. When was the last time you listened to a Chicago album from start to finish, and what album was it?
Chicago 3 last week. I was in Fresno with my family, and randomly one of the songs, I think it was, Lowdown came on, and my brother, who's obviously seen the movie, was like, I've never heard this Chicago song. So we listened to it from beginning to end, and I explained how it was kind of, it was a really high-selling album for the band, but it didn't really have a lot of hits on it, besides Free and Lowdown, which was, I think, charted in the 30s or 40s. And I kind of go back to that one less and less just because you don't think of it first, and it's a great album.
And that's the one that has the tattered flag?
Yeah.
Tattered flag.
Yep.
And that's also a double album.
Yes, it is. So First 3 albums, including Carnegie Hall 4.
So you really put the time in then when you listen to an album top to bottom. You went 4 sides. Okay, see, this is easy for you. What song do you wish the band would remove from the set list, and what song would you personally like them to replace it with?
I don't know if I like all the songs they play. And Street Player is one that I think I would switch out for a deeper cut. Probably What's This World Coming To from Chicago 6, because it has 3 different singers, and I feel like it would be a great vehicle for Robert, Lou, and now Jeff Coffey.
And Jeff Coffey
from Chicago 6.
Jeff Coffey's the new bass player.
Yes, he is.
And
great
I heard
voice.
He's killing it on live.
He's great. There's nothing else to say. He's just filling in really nicely.
Well, they have always had great singers and players behind the bass.
Absolutely. I'm only 3 in 50 years.
So that's
pretty crazy.
Everyone thinks crazy.
Everyone likes to think, it's just they've been around 50 years. There's probably been 50, 60 members. But there's probably only 9. I don't know the number off the top of my head, but it's not a lot. It's like 15 to 20.
Well, this next question is about members. We currently have 3 original members touring with the band. We have many, many long-time members, like forever. These guys have been there, like Tris and Keith. But we have 3 original members that are still there. We have Robert Lamb, Jimmy Pankow, and Lee Lockney. Is that how you say it, Lockney?
Locknane.
See, this guy's the expert.
A lot of people do that.
Which original member, if they retired, do you think would cause the band to stop touring?
I don't think any of them retiring would stop the band touring.
They continue, even if Robert goes.
It's a way of life. I mean, I was reading an article, or I read a comment from somebody in CBS Boston saying that it was the best show that person has seen in his 30 years of radio in Boston. This was just last week. So like you said, there's 3 of the 7 original members in the band now, and they're killing it, and they're selling out, and there's no slowing down. So I can't really see anybody leaving and the band stopping.
All right, and here's a question about Now More Than Ever, the documentary. If you could go back in time, is there anything you would want to do different with the documentary?
With the same everything being the same.
Everything
no.
being the same.
I mean, I spent 4 years on it. It's pretty much exactly how I wanted it to be. Obviously, if I could change things, I would have preferred everybody to agree to sit down to an interview. And I want to be clear about that. We asked everybody to be involved, and there are notable examples of people who just didn't want to be part of it, and that's fine. But the movie had to be finished, and it was never going to have, Peter Cetera was never going to do it, and unfortunately Bill Champlin was never going to do it. So there's nothing I can do about that, and so that would be the only thing I would change. Is obviously it would have been amazing to have everybody's take on it, but at a certain point you're making a movie and you got to finish it. And
last question for you is, what are you currently working on?
I am working on a few documentaries that I can't talk about like specifically, but I'm working on a few documentaries. I'm writing scripts. I'm out there trying to move on to the next thing, and stay tuned. Still filmmaking. Yeah, still filmmaking, and you can go to peterpardini.com and it'll have any updates that do happen. Excellent. Thank you, Peter. The documentary's fantastic. I love documentaries like this, and yours was right up there as one of the best ones I've ever seen. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. That's it, folks. This is 5 questions. You're seeing this on a Wednesday, and you can win the DVDs this Friday. There it is.